So we are able to give them attractive interest rates. They earn them on a daily, they are able to see them, they are able to access them anytime. All that is done through the access of our USSD, because we know majority have feature phones. They've said smartphones are quite expensive, but even those with the smartphones, they're able to access the same through the Play Store and the App Store. So we are very cognizant of this issue for savings through the groups or through the communities. I think even this week on the news, if anyone saw that story, a group saved money and it got burnt into the house. All of it. If you've been to these communities, I don't even know how to explain. They meet on a weekly basis and save their small money. So imagine at the time of sharing, the box is somewhere and then money is bad. And not only that, they also face the risk of these boxes being stolen. We had a case in Navy, money was saved, I think around 90 million. At the time of sharing, the box went missing. And even the people who keep boxes, they don't sleep. They will tell you anything moving at night, they are scared. So when the mobile wallet has come to take away all that, we want to change the story. We want to grow with these Ugandans, the cross-border women traders, to support them and digitize their savings, digitize their transactions, their operations, without taking away what has been happening when they meet as a group. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That reminds me of a story of a savings group that had money disappear, and when the treasurer was asked, she conveniently blamed the money apparently smells nice and the rats found it spicy, and they went for it. But those are some of the problems I think that the digitization can help improve. Anna, there is the ISOCO program. I'll pronounce it American style, but if you are British, I think it's about showcasing the products available for commerce, but most importantly, how is the integration of payments and transaction completion being achieved, or how this can be improved?
Okay, so the ISOCO, which is correctly pronounced because it's internet, then towards internet, and then SOCO is really Sokoni for market. Swahili. Yes, so ISOCO is an internet trading platform developed by East Africans for the sake of, again, the aim was for the cross-border communities and small businesses. Essentially, it's rolled out in 5 countries: Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and it has about 59,000 users. Rolled out last year. So here, it's like going on any of the other platforms for e-commerce where the ladies are able to upload, take pictures of their produce, upload it, and be able to exchange on the platform. Other people within the country. Unfortunately, it's not trans-country yet. You cannot see what is in Kenya, in Uganda, but within Uganda, you can be able to see what is covered while you buy it, and from there, you're able to agree on the transaction. Again, because a lot of this work, the work that we do is donor finance, we've not been able to make it transactional yet, but it has been very, very helpful and saves about $4 per transaction. Just the information sharing that is there. The platform also has things like bookkeeping to help the people who are using it to be able to learn some of these things, have some stock taking also, even access to services is there on the ISOCO platform. So really the mandate for us is to keep training as many people as needed, because actually the ladies do have these phones, the smartphones, they just leave them with their children, their sons, they're scared of them, they're just intimidated, but they have them, traders have some level of money. So it's just to continue the rollout to as many people as we can, and that we are focusing on. But if I may also use the opportunity regarding financing. We are rolling out at 3 borders, which will be Mutukula, Elegu, as we've already had today. We're working a lot in that region. And also one DRC border, which will probably be Goli, which is in West Nile, or Toroko, which is in the west. An analysis will have to be done on just one of them. But this is going to be a revolving fund that will be to institutionalize it. So that we are working with the financial institutions based there to be able to have a revolving fund again to help them with solar traders. This will help so that even after we leave, the fund remains and it's able to benefit the communities.
Okay. Penny, quickly talk to us about why cross-border transactions are still expensive and relatively unstable.
Thank you, Chris. When you look at these women who talk cross-border trade, they have to basically trade in another country. So that means if they are to trade to that other country, they need to register the country at the same time also register the side. So you find there are a couple of payments they are making, not only the different legal entities, but even at the border they also have to pay. So you find they pay at the border, Office A, Office B, Office C. By the time they're actually calculating how much they have made, they actually know sense. So it is quite expensive. So this is why I saying it's important to work with the regulators to be able to streamline the process so that if it is a payment, it is made one-off than having multiple payments being made here and there. The other one is that now, as the digital financial institutions, we have to implement the different infrastructure. We know you're going to just get out of the gray area. So you find that KYC and AML is very strict. So how do you implement this from all the different countries? So Kenya has theirs, Sudan has theirs. So you need to find a sophisticated system that can handle this level of compliance, such that if Margaret is going to trade with another country, she's able to do so seamlessly. So when we incorporate all these costs, we find that it is still high. But the East African communities are trying to see how they can reduce these risks and be able to, these costs, such that the payments are actually seamless and affordable for the cross-border informal traders.
Okay. Mr. Chirenga, let's talk about devices and network at the border, which are some of the key hindrances to transactions interoperability. What is being huge contributors to the MFI market support with device and data launch? Is something that is already rolled out, or are you planning to, especially to handle or rather attend to the fact that e-gadgets are expensive, away from the fact that they are fear them?
Yeah, that's what it's. I mean, it's beyond engaging with the government, because the reason as to why devices are expensive, and this I know from my previous life selling them, is that they are just taxed too high in Uganda. I think it's about 95%. So the only way we can overcome that, I believe, is to engage the government, Ministry of Finance, to explore removing some of those taxes to spur growth. Aside from that, I think we need to also just have conversations with the telecom company, with the MNOs, to just, you see, for the telecom companies, where they go is where it's commercially viable. So if they consider a local area to be not viable enough for them to go there, you will not see a bank or a telecom or. So I think we just need to have these conversations and just demonstrate that there can be value that can be created once you spur it, once you encourage it. So from that perspective, what we're doing as Centenary is that because at the core of who we are, even in the name it says rural, it is those last mile communities, those small traders that include at the borders. We're trying to work with different partners and the towns. So I'll be happy to have a conversation and say, you know what, can we, as a result of having been on the same panel at High People, can we now take this can work towards including and making better living at the border points, because they have a revolving fund, we have the infrastructure that can allow them to reach women at the last mile. We have the platforms that can allow for that meaningful and equitable inclusion. So yeah, so from that perspective, around devices, around infrastructure, I know that from the roadmap that we curated, we have made recommendations around cross-border connectivity. Uganda has, I think, out of the maybe 10, about maybe 6 are connected. But what can we do more to ensure that we have fiber going there? There's a World Bank project that the Ministry of ICTs is implementing with agency data called BIDAP. how do we support them to be part of that, to ensure that your location from the city, your location from where the activity is not a barrier of entry into financial services and digital services.
Brenda, for device loans at Postbank, I think you do enjoy the same advantages like Centenary, only slightly name changes. You also have a rural footprint, don't you?
Thank you, Chris, for that. So, first, what we are going to support the cross-border traders in regards to devices, how can they access them? We want to empower them. Yeah, we don't have a product which we are going to bring devices. However, we have tailored loans at very affordable interest rates, because at COSBA, our purpose is to foster prosperity for all Ugandans. That's what we live and breathe for. So we have tailored solutions for the VSLS. Now these women have been saving money at home, or you heard that their account, when it's not active, they are not able to get like capital. So now through Wendy, they are able to get access to these loans, affordable. We also are part of the Grow loan in partnership with government of Uganda and World Bank, which is enabling all kinds of women entrepreneurs, micro, small, medium, to grow their businesses. So with those products, we believe we are going to empower these women economically. And then they are not going to be only affording loans, but also improving their standards of living. Yeah? All that is going to be supported with what we have at Costa.
Okay, let me just come to Anna. How does Trademark meet the aspect of cost and the stability of cross-border transactions? What are the interventions there?
Of the actual transactions?
The cost and stability. I don't know, the devices can be provided, no doubt, at low cost, and then that should be able to intend to offer as a support to that particular infrastructure that we create.
So in addition to the revolving funds, and again based on how much donor financing we get, what we've done in Rwanda and Tanzania is also to cost share with specific value chains. For instance, if you have a dairy value chain, then you know their pain point is to get a certain machine that they need to be able to make their trade better. So then you cost share with the groups that have been formed, and then you're able to put up a certain cost, and then the ladies put in a certain cost. This also helps them to get more ownership as opposed to just giving them, which would be okay. But that's another methodology we have. But for now, it's really the revolving funds, some grants, and then cost sharing is really what we're looking at to help them.
Penny, are you thinking along that line too, or you're comfortable with giving your experience?
ICT, Owekitiibwa Joyce Nabosa Sebogwawo. She has always supported young people. She always supports innovation. She always supports development. Honorable Joyce Nabosa Sebogwawo, we are happy to have you today. We are happy to have you this year. We are always happy to have you. The panel that has just completed was discussing how your ministry, the ICT ministry, can support informal women cross-border traders, women cross-border traders across. Before this panel, we had a lady, Margaret, a woman from Elegu, an informal women cross-border trader, who came here and gave her story of how trade is done at the borders. Before this panel leaves, our friends from